4 days ago, the racing world ground to a stop with this evil, invisible virus that has enveloped the entire world. It's now the European summer, the sun is shining, the worst is behind us. Finally, we are back. Welcome back to Adria. Welcome back to the world of WSK. How good is this? This is not a sim game. This is not virtual racing. This is the real thing. This is the KZ2 final, the third and fourth rounds of the WSK Supermaster Series to be run concurrently here this weekend here at Adria. That is Simo Puhaka, kart number 1, who starts on position number 1. It has been a fantastic week despite the restrictions in place around most of the world. As I say, some people would say they're draconian restrictions. Of course, I would never dare suggest that. But we are back and we've got a great entry of 182 drivers from most parts of the world. As you look at Matteo Vigano, incidentally, he comes from the city of Bergamo in the north of Italy, which has been so terribly affected by the coronavirus in the past few months. Giuseppe Palomba, who won at Lonato back on February 21st, actually leads the series. Well, we are back. It's been a tremendous week. It's a double header week. The teams arrived here a week ago from most parts of the world, and it's great to be back on track as you look at Paolo Ippolito from Siena in Italy. Of course, Italy was hit very hard, but the situation is improving markedly here in Italy. Probably better than most parts of Europe, to be honest. In a few moments, we will race the KZ2 final. We look at Stan Pex from the Netherlands. Before we do race this final, let's take a little bit of a look back at what has happened here at Adria this week. 182 drivers from most parts of the world. Yes, we are missing North, South Americans, Asians, and a lot of Russians. Those who could make it did make it. The European Union opened on July 1st, just a few days ago, to many countries around the world, which has helped things, and the situation is improving. Here on track, we are adhering to the protocols. The masks compulsorily used by everyone here in the paddock, and everyone has been really great in respecting that. It is a small price to pay to allow us to be back on track here this weekend. It is a double header weekend. This is Brando Badoea, who has been in scintillating form, taking pole in the junior category. We'll see him start from the front row later on this afternoon. Victor Gustafsson took pole position for the third and fourth rounds of KZ2 in the last few days. This is Nikita Bedrin, 2-1-0. From Russia for Ward Racing, taking pole in OK. Victor Gustafsson, as I say, takes pole in KZ2. Starts this one though, back on the fourth row of the grid, to finishing fourth in the pre-final this morning. Generally a dry circuit as you ride on board with la jeune fille du Paris en France, Lola Lovenfoss. A few thunderstorms you can see on this shot right there. Overcast conditions. Almost a tropical storm on Thursday morning. Or was it Wednesday or was it Friday? But the track has been mainly dry throughout the heats. In KZ2, Giuseppe Palomba leads the series. And he starts on the second row of the grid. Victor Gustafsson was fastest. Matteo Vigano right there from Bergamo in the north of Italy, flying the flag for his home city. Starts on the front row of the grid. Palomba leads the series coming into this double-header weekend here at Adria. The famous names are back. There's Emo, the original boy from Brazil, here with his boy Emo. Emerson Sr. and Emo Jr. So there are a few South Americans here, right here at Adria Karting Raceway in the north of Italy. The karts are on the grid. To the left of your screen is Simo Puhaka. This is round 3. We race today. We come back tomorrow morning to race round 4. We'll keep you updated throughout this 20-lap final of the Virtual Championship, which is currently being led by Palomba on 162 points. Puhaka is third in the series on 85 points, but he does start on pole position from Tampere in Finland. Kart number 1, the Tony kart. alongside Matteo Vigano from the city of Bergamo in the north of Italy. Palomba, Ippolito, stand the man alongside Danilo. Victor, the fastest qualifier from Sweden out of 7 alongside Jean Nomblo. Adrian Renaudin for CPB Sport and Riccardo Longhi. 6th row of the grid, Alex Irlando and Lorenzo Complesi. The Stillhammer is alongside Leonardo Bizzotto. Lundberg, Pavotonteri, Senna van Walstein and Leonardo Marcelli, David Trefilov in the Maranello, and Arthur Carbonell, the Frenchman in the Sodi kart. Speaking of Frenchmen, the 11th row of the grid is Hubert Petit and Paul Evrard. Slavik Putyatin from Ukraine and Marco Valenti. From Malmo in Sweden, Brandon Nilsson, and the German in the Tibi kart, Lauren Speck. Thomas Imberg, and from Sarno, where we race next week, Giuseppe Fusco, Konstantin Kapitanidis, Teo Valcher, Lev Lomko, Karl Lukaszewski from Germany, Davide DeMarco, the 23-year-old from Pordenone up near the Slovenian border for Team Driver, starts on the back of the grid alongside the Croatian Jan Ponkos. But David, actually winning heats throughout the week, has got tremendous speed, but a DNF this morning means he has to come from grid number 34. The sun is shining. It is 30 degrees Celsius. The last time we raced here was the first round, the first weekend of February. We had no idea. Nobody had no idea, well, maybe Nostradamus, of what was going to happen over the past 4 or 5 months. But it is fantastic to be back here at Adria. It's a glorious sunny day. The forecast thunderstorms of yesterday just did not happen. A strong breeze blew that rain out towards the Adriatic Sea, which is only about 10 or 15 kilometres here from this magnificent circuit that was built back in 2014. The team at WSK Promotion welcome you back wherever you are watching us live all around the world on wsk.it. Simo Puhaka pulls into pole position. To the right of your screen, from the city of Bergamo in the north of Italy, for the Lennox Racing Leclerc team, Matteo Vigano. Our assistant race director, Mr. Marco Carlino, bravely stands at the front of these 34 shifter carts with the red flag. We wait for Davide DeMarco to slot into grid number 34, and then the wait will finally be over. The KZ2 final, the WSK Supermasters Series here at Adria. We are back as Puhaka from pole rockets into the lead in the number 1 Tony kart. Good start by Vigano. He's into second, then it's the CRG of the Tuscan driver of Paolo Ippolito into 3rd place. Relatively clean start as they jostle 2 and 3 wide further back in the pack. Puhaka defensive at this early stage of the race. Vega tyres already well and truly up to temperature on this warm day here in the European summer. The sun is shining as Ippolito actually moves up into 2nd place now. So it's the Finnish driver ahead of the 2 Italians. Stan Pex will look for the Dutchman, who has been lightning off the start throughout the week in the heat races. He's in 5th place behind the series leader Giuseppe Palomba. That's the number 20 Birolat, who won at Lonato on the 21st of February in 4th place, the red and white machine from Lissone. He runs wide though over the ripple strip. Dangerous stuff in terms of keeping that kart together. Lucky not to break a chain there. He loses a place. Stan Peck says move over. The Dutchman coming on through. Ippolito into 2nd place from Siena. In Tuscany, in Italy. He's the top Italian, the Finn. There's Simo, has the lead now. Matteo back into 3rd place. So let's check the order as they come across the line. It is Puhaka, Ippolito, Vigano, Pex in 4th. Albanese, Palomba, Victor, Gustafsson in 7th. Then it's Nomblo, Longhi, Renaudin Complesse stills into 12th, and the second Finn in the 7 Tony Kart. There he is, Pafotontari, just ahead of Marcella and Senna Van Wallstein. Stan and Daniolo Albanese in kart number 55. Kart Republic, the 3-time Rock Cup international champion, in fine form this week. The second KR machine in the top 5, Stan going through. And Ippolito in the CRG is actually catching up to the back of Puhaka. Fastest lap of the race now for Victor Gustafsson. Here comes the Swede. 2 times he's taken pole position in qualifying in the double header event this week, and he now starts to make his presence felt. Gustafsson in position 6 with a 48.676. Daniel Stell with a 48.675. And a 5-second penalty for Danilo Albanese. Albanese off the start. A judge to have jumped it has got a 5-second penalty as Ippolito is passed for second place by Pex. So it's now the Finn from the Dutchman. The first Italian is still Paolo in the CRG. 5-second penalty to Danilo Albanese. He was in 7th on the road, fighting there with Riccardo Longhi, but his chances of taking victory today are virtually over. What a disappointment for the 3-time Rock Cup champion. The KZ2 driver in the Kart Republic is now in 17th place. Incredibly, in 16th is Alex Irlando, who's second in the series, but losing ground fast on the virtual championship. It is Palomba on 187, Puhaka on 155, Vigano on 103, Irlando on 101, but Alex, the KZ2 International Super Cup champion from Wackersdorf in Germany from 2017, is down the field in 16th position. So it is now Puhaka with 0.8 of a second over Pex. It's Ippolito, Vigano, Palomba, Victor's in 6th place. Longhi, Nomblo, Jean, the Frenchman, in the 30 Sodi Kart for CPB Sport. Renaudin going through behind Pavel Tontariso, the second Finn in the second Tony Kart, now inside the top 10. Behind the Stillhammer, Daniel in the 13 Lenzo Kart into 9th place. Here he is coming out of the hairpin now, the blue and white machine. The team from Sicilia or Sicily in the south of Italy, Daniel Stell. Great show of form this weekend. Unfortunately, his 2 Lenzo Kart teammates, Konstantin Kapitanides and Douglas Lundberg, are out. They have retired along with Lorenzo Complesse and the Croatian Jan Pokosh. Puhaka, Pex, Ippolito, Vigano, Palomba. They're still going through in Kart 13. And he's closing in on the back of Jean Nomblo. If I'm not mistaken, he is the top Sodi Kart. Prove me wrong. No, he is, in fact. Flying the flag for CPB Sport. Team of Paul Bizalion. Jean, who finished 3rd in the Rotax Max Grand Finals a few years ago, steps up to KZ2. He's running in the top 10 here in this 3rd round of the series. There's the Lennox Racing Leclerc karts. Victor is kart 4. Matteo is kart 5. Matteo is in 4th. Victor is in 6th, despite the fact he has dominated the heats up until this point of the weekend. Simo, 0.7 of a second to Pex. Gap remains consistent at the moment. We are back. How good is this? The 8th lap of the first race in 134 days. The WSK Supermaster Series. It was winter time. It was freezing when we last raced in February. And Simo looks behind him. You'd think the Finn would melt in the hot conditions. He does live in Italy these days. And he's absolutely enjoying the return to racing as he leads. If he can hold this position, he will move into 2nd in the virtual championship. Still goes around. still turns around at the top of your screen. Oh, the German who was doing so well, you just got a glimpse of the Lenzo kart turning around. Let's take a look at the replay at the top of your screen. Loses it there, something has failed. There's no one near him. Daniel Stell walks away. The 13 of the German has retired. What a disaster. He deserves so much better than that. You saw the replay live right here on WSK.it. Still well inside the top 10, but he joins the list of retirements that now include Leonardo Bizzotto and Davide Di Marco. Up to half race distance, Simo Puhaka with a 48.1, the fastest lap of the race, the Tony Kart, powered by the Vortex. Down through the gearbox goes the Finn. He's pulling away. Stan Peck's trying to stay with him. Stan just does his fastest lap of the race. And Paolo on the podium here in the WSK Final Cup back in 2017. And the Luxor kart. Now he's in the CRG. We've been used to saying Paolo in the CRG for so many years. But when DeConto announced his retirement just recently, well, Paolo Ippolito from Siena in Tuscany, steps up to the plate and he's on the podium at the moment. Rod and Speck going through just ahead of Thomas Inberg, behind Teo Valcha. In the 51 Intrepid, Lev Lomko, the Russian, just ahead. Alex Irlando, remember, came into this round in second place. He's struggling. Alex is down in 15th place. You can see the order to the left and also to the bottom of your screen. One of the Birolats, his teammate Leonardo Marcella, off screen, has stopped at the side of the track with a broken exhaust. Puhaka starts his 12th lap of the 20-lap KZ2 final. Fastest sector last time of the entire race from Stan Pex. The gap is 0.6 of a second. This race is far from over. It is Puhaka, Pex and Paolo Ippolito. 1, 2, 3. Viganò, Palomba, Longhi. Victor still back in 7th place after dominating this week in Kart 4. Viganò from Bergamo closes in on the back of Paolo for the honour of being the top Italian and getting onto the podium. In the Lennox Racing Charles Leclerc chassis, Charles himself testing that kart for that team. They've got more than one kart, be assured. Testing the chassis for the Lennox Racing Leclerc team at South Garda just a few weeks ago, along with Matteo. Simo was also there for testing for the Tony Kart team. Down the inside he goes, takes P3. He's the top Italian, Viganò, up on the podium ahead of Ippolito. The CRG back to 4. Nice move. Clean as a whistle. Let's see if he can actually close in on the leaders. Has Paolo got anything to respond? The problem for him is Giuseppe Palomba, the series leader, still on 187 points. He's in 5th place. There he is in the Birolard, closing in on the back of the leading duo. Puhaka, Pex, now Viganò, Ippolito, Palomba, Long is in 6, Gustafsson 7. The two French drivers for CPB Sport, Jean Nomblot, Adrien Renaudin, and Pavot Tonteri, the Finn in the 7 Tony Kart for SC Performance in position 10. 6 laps remaining at the end of this one. There go the Sodi karts. Kart 8, the WSK Final Cup champion, European champion from 2018, Adrien Renaudin, with his faithful mechanic Florent Pizalion. They've been together for so many years. They're like brothers. Adrien in position 9 in this 40 kart KZ2 field here at Adria. We are back. The return to racing after 134 days here at Adria Karting Raceway. Paolo back in 4th spot, has dropped off Matteo Viganò. Viganò with the fastest second sector of the entire race. Can he catch Pex? Can Pex catch Puhaka? The gap still 0.6 of a second. The rest of the field flow through. That's Victor Gustafsson in Kart 4. Down through the gearbox goes Puhaka. This puts him into second in the series. We come back tomorrow to race the fourth and final round. Next weekend, we go to the south of Italy, one of the fastest circuits in the world, Circuito Internazionale Napoli, otherwise simply known as Sarno, outside of Naples. The 1.6 kilometre circuit where these karts will touch a good 100 miles an hour in the old money. That's somewhere around 161 k's an hour with the slipstream. The barrel art of Alex Irlando, second in the series. He's down in 14th. He's behind Hubert Petit and Danilo Albanese, still circulating in 12th despite that 5-second penalty. Vigano lowers the best lap to a 48 dead. Here he comes. There's still time for Vigano to launch an attack on Pex and potentially Puhaka. Fastest driver on the circuit from the city that has been ravaged by this evil disease known as the coronavirus. He comes from Bergamo. He's driving the Lennox Racing Leclerc car. He's in position 3, now goes into the 47s. Matteo Vigano absolutely rocketing around this Adria circuit. He's catching the leaders. Ippolito under pressure from the series leader Palomba. Puhaka, Pex, here comes Matteo. 4 laps remaining. He has to reel in a good 1 second to catch Pex, but he's going purple in almost every sector. He's the only driver into the 47s. Matteo Vigano in the Lennox Racing Leclerc kart, the fastest driver here right now at Adria. The problem is the driver in kart number 1, the Tony kart. He leads. His name is Simo Puhaka, and he's 3 laps away from victory. A 47.8. He pulls 0.2 of a second out of Pex. Matteo absolutely flying here this afternoon. Can he catch them? The Leclerc chassis as Palomba hounds the back of Ippolito. The series leader needs every point he can salvage out of the afternoon. He won't make the podium at this rate, but he will almost certainly get Ippolito in the CRG because Paolo is now driving defensive. The gap 0.6 of a second between Puhaka and Pex. Vigano surely is too far back. Let's check the gap now. Here he comes. 2 laps now remaining. Paolo defending for his life from the series leader. 47.8. 47.868. Purple, purple, purple for Matteo Vigano. What a drive for the boy from Bergamo. There he is. Kart number 5. The Leclerc chassis, his teammate in kart 4, Gustafsson, in position 7 after dominating the week thus far. Palomba still trying to find a way past. The Italians 3, 4, 5 and 6. Longhi not so far back behind his teammate. Kart number 20, Giuseppe Palomba. The final lap, Simo looks behind him. Surely he will do it. We'll check Vigano. A 48 dead. 47.9 for Pex. He'll run out of time. What a drive. Simo Puhaka half a second ahead. He will do it. This will rocket him into contention for the title. Well, one of his best friends, Antonio Giovinazzi, a 2-time WSK Supermaster Series champion. Antonio, he's otherwise engaged this weekend over at the Red Bull Ring for the Alfa Romeo Sauber team, but one of his best mates is about to win here this afternoon. Simo Puhaka from Tampere in Finland in the Tony kart, down through the chicane for the final time. Let's use the cliche, the flying Finn, Simo Puhaka wins here this afternoon from Stan Pex. What a drive from Matteo Vigano, comes home 3rd, representing the city of Bergamo to take the final place on the podium. Puhaka wins, and with that moves into 2nd in the championship before we come back to decide the title in 24 hours time. Puhaka wins by half a second from Stan Pex, the Finn, the Dutchman, and then 4 Italians led gallantly by Matteo Vigano in Kart 5. There's the race winner on your screen. Matteo Vigano comes home third. Puhaka wins in Kart 1 for the Tony Kart Racing team. Let's check the results for you here at Adria. A fabulous return. Simo Puhaka, Kart 1, position 1. The green team are back here at Adria Raceway. Puhaka takes the victory. Half a second was the margin in the end. Back to Stan Pex for SP Tuning. Kart Republic, Matteo Vigano third in the 5 Leclerc kart. And it was Palol from Siena just misses the podium. Palomba still holds on to the series lead with that 5th place finish this afternoon. Longi, Kustasen will be disappointed with that after dominating most of the week. Renaudin, Nomblo, the French drivers, and Danilo Albanese, great try from him despite that penalty, finishes in position 10. He was there or thereabouts all week, but at the right time, he showed his cards. Simo Puhaka, perfect drive from the cool as ice fin. He wins it by half a second from Stan Pex and Matteo Vigano. The first Italian home in a very deserved third place. Stay with us on WSK.it, the podium presentation, the KZ2 final here at Adria in just a moment. We are back, the podium for the first race of the afternoon here at Adria in just a moment. What a fantastic start, the restart. Let's say the number again, 134 days. We are back. The KZ2 podium, the drivers, they're very hot and sweaty. The Vega caps go on, the masks stay on. We are adhering to the protocol and we'll get underway with the first podium of 4 this afternoon. The KZ2 final in 3rd place from the city of Bergamo, Matteo Vigano. In 2nd place for SP Tuning, Kart Republic from the Netherlands, Stan, the man Pex. He was there all about throughout the heats in the final. He played his cards and he took a brilliant victory. Welcome back to the top step of the podium for the Tony Kart Racing team from Finland, Simo Puhaka. Third place trophy, Matteo Vigano. 2nd place, Stan Pex. And the winner of the first race back since the 21st of February, Simo Puhaka. And now the national anthem of Finland. We are back finally after 134 days, the KZ2 podium. Put your hands together for Matteo Vigano, Stan Pex and Simo Puhaka. The WSK Super Masters Series continues here at Adria in just a moment with the OK final. We'll be back on WSK.it in just a moment.